Welcome to Better Bad News.
Anybody who thinks we can push back by centralizing resistance and organizing the mailing list is not paying attention. This is not your grandfather's resistance movement. It's not. Leadership has to be transitory or it will be infiltrated and weakened from within.
Does anybody have a stopwatch?
I should have stopped listening to leaders when I was 5 years old, but I was a slow learner. Leadership is a problem, not the answer.
We can no longer trust our caregivers to protect us. How many times have we tried to tell you about it and you did nothing? What is going on here?
The case of Father Murphy is very troubling to the church. We do not believe he should pray on the children. But if he keeps his pants on, he should be able to pray with the children if the prayers are never answered.
The Catholic Church is a secret crime organization run by repeat offenders who have boundary issues. Do not let him near children, or we will take him down ourselves.
What happened?
I find it very difficult to tolerate people who kiss up to God all the time. Well-intentioned caregivers who mistakenly confuse their love of God with passivity in the face of evil. Next time Father Murphy tries anything, throw his drink in his face.
I could mix a decent martini when I was 11 years old, but if I told you how I learned to do that, I would have to return my settlement money.
It is a slander against the Irish to suggest that anybody named Father Murphy is automatically guilty of child abuse just because he can't hold his liquor and he has a bladder problem. Come on. Not all priests abuse children. Only about half of them do that. That is a stereotype that paints everybody with bushmillers. How can priests continue to be thought of as good people if we keep exposing them as twisted pederasts who became priests only to improve their chances of getting laid?
Do not let him near children, or we will take him down ourselves.
Kids on the playground are beginning to plan for their own defense. When enough of your friends have Father Murphy surrounded, pin him down on the ground and take his vodka flask out of his back pocket and shove it down his throat. Be sure to take a picture of him and upload it on Facebook with his email address so everybody he has ever abused can identify him. Then, cut off his testicles.
God's love can be brutal sometimes. But do we want to replace Father Murphy with Mother Murphy?
Yes, that is what I want. Everything else has failed. Do you have a better solution?
Shut up about it. The Pope was in charge of covering it all up when he was the cardinal in charge of paying off the victims.
Without having to admit guilt. Could a woman Pope do that?
Women negotiate settlement agreements, too.
The whole idea of a children's revolt could catch on. The church has always been depraved. Why bring it up now?
The Pope runs a World Bank, for heaven's sake.
No, there are some issues having to do with the Vatican Bank that are off limits, and we agreed to that, and we're not going to go there, so we stop this now. I absolutely will call security.
Where do you think the settlement money goes when it leaves the Vatican? Goldman Sachs has it.
I'm just trying to be fair.
Would you like some Ritalin?
Better Bad News. Half true, more or less 100% of the time.